I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
We play to win. Let's go!
Hands up! Lead! Nice.
Where's the mic? Watch one.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And an alley to run.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey! High 7!
I got it.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. That one goes for 24 yards. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll escape to his left. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
So Mike number one. And run.
Here's Dalton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It got his man complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
It's on field. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensive with nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He's going to let this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Sean Davis with a pick. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Okay, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
it certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Don't chase it. Stay. Hold it.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 26-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
77.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll try to run it. This is Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Steelers get it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here you go, 368. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Bravo. Mike 15. Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Ricky. Mike's 15.
To throw again. Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Dalton. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
That, like 20.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
Topper! Black, what's that? Shit! 44.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hey, Haywood. Come on, D. Mike 36. Mike 36. Black is on.
Ben to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carl Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
Yeah, 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey. Regular. Here we go, Ken. 26 Mike. Here we go. Hey, Foxtrot.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Looking sideline, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Nice. Smooth.
From the 38, Dalton. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still care.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Now he's forced out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Regular. One's the mic. Watch one. Yep. Watch it go. 93, 52, 93.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Roethlisberger. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Carl Lawson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Line 36.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Xavier Grimble, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple. Dalton. Green brings it in. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Passing, it's Dalton. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I'm scared. Check the backer, check the backer. One day. Alert, alert. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. Hey, exit. Get off the field, D. Boys,
now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch count.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second and 10, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Here we go, here we go.
The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
So max number one. 65.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Oh, passing it, Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points